world and secure our future, and then make sure we have a future for the next generation as well.
In Montana, I'm Jesse Cohen reporting.
Jesse, thank you, and that will do it for us today. I'm Chris Stewart. Denver 7 News at 5 starts right now.
I am scared. Now, what about if they come back again?
A deadly robbery in the middle of the night.
Yo pienso que no está bien eso, porque pues yo antes pensaba que este era un lugar seguro.
Police now looking for the 3 males responsible and the truck they stole.
I just can't imagine what they're going through right now, losing their life for their truck.
A popular lake now closed to swimmers and bringing people back to the office.
I think it's really a case of what their employees want, right?
A new report shows 20% of office space in downtown Denver vacant.
How the city hopes to bring workers back downtown.
We know people want to live in downtown Denver.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us for Denver 7 News at 5. I'm Ann Trujillo.
I'm Shannon Ogden. Glad you're with us tonight. Police in Commerce City want you to be on the lookout for a pickup very similar to the one you're about to see here on the screen.
A group of males stole a 2003 maroon Chevy Silverado overnight and shot and killed a man to get it. Denver 7's Patrick Perez is joining us live in Commerce City at Commerce City Police Headquarters.
Hey, Patrick, you spoke with neighbors understandably shocked out there.
Yes, Shannon, neighbors tell me they woke up to gunshots and then heard people screaming. Now that search for those 3 suspects that police believe to be armed and dangerous continues.
Terrible, just terrible.
People living in this Commerce City neighborhood are having a hard time grasping what went down early Monday morning.
Oí 3 balazos y nos levantamos todos a ver qué había pasado.
Police say about 2:10 a.m. they responded to a shooting near 54th and Leiden, right next to Leiden Park. When they arrived, they found a man who had been shot. Medics took him to the hospital where he later died.
I didn't hear anything until I came to the front windows, and then I seen the ambulance, the fire trucks, the police. The whole street was blocked off.
Detectives believe 3 people showed up in a dark-colored sedan and confronted 2 men outside a house. After shooting one of them, they stole the other victim's maroon 2003 Chevy Silverado 1500, similar to this one, with Colorado license plate APH T32. It has an extended cab and a lift kit.
These are the ones that hit closest to home because of the randomness of it.
Commander David Mowry with Commerce City Police says they've shared a description of the truck with all jurisdictions. They desperately need the public's help in spotting it.
At this point, we're looking at the fact that it could still be in the area, and it could be right now in another state. We just don't know.
Until these suspects are caught, neighbors say they're worried for their safety.
I am scared. Now, what about if they come back again for another car or something? You know what I'm saying? It's scary.
And we are still working to learn the identity of the man that was shot and killed this morning. As for the suspects, the only description that we have for them right now is that they are males. We don't know if they are teens or adults, but once we get more information, we'll of course let you know. And if you do spot that truck, call 911 immediately. Ann?
All right, Patrick, thank you for that. Now, tonight we are pushing Englewood police for answers after they shot and killed a 22-year-old man last night. Officers were originally called out to the home along West Bellevue and South Grove Street for a disturbance among family members inside. And when they arrived, officers say someone in that home started shooting at them. And that's when police shot and killed the 22-year-old. No officers were injured. In a new press release today, police announced they arrested 29-year-old Philip Blankenship for his role in shooting at police officers. And he is now being charged with criminal attempt first-degree murder. We have asked police several questions to clarify what happened, including if the 22-year-old killed actually shot at officers or if it was the 29-year-old who was arrested, or both. Police would not give us any additional information and said the investigation is ongoing.
The Boulder County Sheriff's Office now investigating a body found on Flagstaff Mountain as a homicide. The woman's body was found yesterday near the Realization Point trailhead. Now, deputies think the woman and the suspect knew each other, but they have not said who they believe this suspect is. So we have calls out to law enforcement tonight for more information on this. Well, a 37-year-old woman was arrested at Dallas Love Field in Texas for firing a handgun inside the airport. Police say the woman was at the ticket counter area when she started firing into the ceiling. Now, she was shot by an officer and she is in the hospital. No other injuries reported. And witnesses interviewed say they heard that the woman was upset because her husband was recently fired. And air traffic also was stopped for several hours there. As a result, flights have since resumed.
Right now, multiple homes are currently on fire in a city outside of Dallas in Balch Springs. Crews there said a grass fire spread to at least 8 homes in the area, and the area has now been evacuated, and as of right now, there are no reports of any injuries, and firefighters are still working to get the flames under control. Starting today, Marshall fire victims can meet with what they call recovery navigators. This is a free service offering short or long-term support to help residents recover and rebuild. It includes referrals to legal help, financial resources, and mental health services. Individuals and families will be assigned a navigator to work with one-on-one.
Highway 125 in Grand County is back open tonight. It was closed because of a mudslide over the weekend. The slide happened Saturday in the burn scar left behind by the 2020 East Troublesome fire.
Big Soda Lake is now closed to swimmers at Bear Creek Lake Park due to toxic algae found in the water. Now, paddleboards, canoes, and kayaks, they are still allowed in the water. However, people must have limited contact with the water and rinse their boards immediately once they're out of the water. Blue-green algae can cause illness to both humans and animals. From coast to coast, prospective home buyers are on the hunt for affordability.
Now, even if it means leaving their city to find it. A record number of potential U.S. home buyers want to relocate. This is according to a new report by the real estate brokerage firm Redfin. Denver came in 8th for places people want to leave. Redfin says most home buyers are leaving Denver for Chicago. San Francisco, Los Angeles, and New York City were the top 3 places people were looking to leave. Well, commercial real estate in downtown Denver has taken a big hit since the pandemic.
As Denver 7's Bayan Wang explains, the number of office space vacancies will likely keep ticking up before new businesses are attracted to come back.
There are parts of Denver that have much higher vacancies and parts that are lower.
But overall, a new office space report by JLL shows a 20% vacancy. For perspective,
we would consider a healthy market to be around 10 or 12% vacancy.
David Shirazi is the senior vice president at JLL, one of the largest commercial real estate companies in the world. He says many companies, especially in tech, are responding to what workers want post-pandemic. Remote work is big.
Executives are reacting to employee demand right now.
And the numbers reflect that. Pre-pandemic, there are typically over 100 leases signed for spaces over 20,000 square feet per year. Since 2020, that number fell to 73.
We have not yet seen significant long-term commercial office contraction, and there's a lot of activity that's coming in.
Courtney Garrett is the CEO of the Downtown Denver Partnership. She points to the residential demand to live in Denver as a main indicator. The industry is only experiencing a temporary lull.
Our residential occupancy in stabilized buildings is above 95%. So we know people want to live in downtown Denver. So the more units we can bring to the table, the better.
That's where these vacant office spaces come in, and the potential to get them filled by converting them into residential properties.
There's a trend nationally, and we've already seen a few properties here in downtown Denver beginning to contemplate that conversion.
Bayan Wang, Denver 7.
In some spots along Colorado's Rocky Mountains, spectacular views can come with somber memories.
There's a fair number of them. We're pretty much, by and large, left there.
We're taking a deeper look at local hikes that feature remnants of the past.
These sites are starting to disappear at a pretty phenomenal rate, the ones that are still in the wild. Please treat them with reverence and respect.
We did hit 90 today in Denver, but I don't think we will again for the rest of this week.
And not letting his disability get in the way of his passion.
A runner in Littleton shatters a world record.
I love what I do.